Hi everyone, welcome to Joe's Bus Train Plan Lift Adventures YouTube channel, and welcome to the video which was showcasing yesterday's Black Country bus bash at NXWM's Wolverhampton Park Lane depot, which took place on Saturday the 23rd of September. And of course the depot held its open day last year, which was in 2022, and that took place on Sunday, which was the 14th of August. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take you on a tour of all the different buses, showing the pictures that I've taken, and I'm going to tell you a bit of history of each vehicle. So let's crack on with the video. So the first vehicle we come to is a Dennis Trident 2, Alexander bodied Dennis Trident, and the fleet number is 4126 with the reg being Y717TOH. Now this bus here was new to Walsall Garage in 2001. In 2016 it was transferred to Birmingham Central, and then it was transferred back to Walsall. Then it went into reserve in 2018 and then got donated for preservation in 2021. And so there it is. As you know, I do like the Trident buses. They're very nice double-decked vehicles, and I've been on a lot of Tridents in the past, and apparently the Tridents are soon coming to the end of their days. So at least most Tridents have been preserved by loads of different enthusiasts, and I know these Tridents have been much loved by many enthusiasts, and so there were so many different vehicles that I took at Wolverhampton depot. Of course the electric buses are there, as you can see in the background, the two electric vehicles. One electric vehicle is with Yardley Wood, while the street deck next to it is actually at Walsall depot, and that is mainly seen on the 51 service from Walsall to Birmingham. So when this vehicle was at Birmingham Central, it worked the 61 from Birmingham to Frankly Holly Hill, and when it was at Walsall, it did the old number 40 from Walsall to Wolverhampton via Willenhall, and he also did the 69 from Wolverhampton to Bloxwich as well, and when it was at Walsall, it did the 51 service to Birmingham. Now the next vehicle is a training vehicle. It used to be a passenger vehicle, and the fleet number is 1432 with the reg being P432JJW, and the vehicle is a Volvo B7RLA with a right Liberator body. And as you probably know, this bus was new to Coventry depot in 1997. It was transferred over to Yardley Wood in 1998, and in 2000 it moved over to Birmingham Central, then to Yardley Wood in 2005, then went to reserve in 2014, and then to the training fleet that same year. Then it got withdrawn in 2022, and then it got sold for preservation in 2023. And as you probably know, it has been preserved, so it's really nice to see some B10s being preserved. And I like the bodywork on these, especially on the front, and also the inside looks amazing as well. So the vehicles do look amazing, these old type vehicles, and I will be taking you through more of these vehicles. And of course it has been on majority of routes over the years, especially the old 139 that went from Birmingham to Merry Hill via Halesowen and Old Hill, and that is now known as today's X10 route, which runs from Birmingham to Goulal Wood. So I will now be taking you through more of these historic vehicles, like past and present, and especially the vehicles in the heritage fleet. So now, here is the vehicle itself. It's now got the sign on the front displaying National Express West Midlands. Now, moving on from 4126's sister to 4125. And this reg is Y716TOH. Now, this bus was new to Walsall Garage in 2001, transferred over to Birmingham Central in 2016, and then returning to Walsall that same year. And the interesting thing about this vehicle is that it carries the original Travel West Midlands livery in the red, white and blue colours. And this is one of my favourite type vehicles. And this bus is also converted into Euro 6 specification, so it can still run in and out of low emission zones. And this bus has appeared on various routes like the 32 from Walsall to Lower Farm, the 9s from Walsall to Wolverhampton, the X51 service as well, so it's been on the X51 from Birmingham to Cannock, the 997 from Birmingham to Walsall. It's also been on the 10 from Walsall up to Brown Hills, so it's been on loads of different vehicles over the years, and this one is one of my favourite vehicles. 4125 in the old Travel West Midlands livery, and of course it did go into the NXWM livery, but however it returned back into its original Travel West Midlands livery, and that is also another heritage vehicle. But this isn't the only heritage vehicle that is seen at Walsall Depot, because I'm going to explain more on the other Walsall heritage vehicle later on in the video. So let's crack on with the next vehicle. Now, the next bus here in the green livery was actually an original NXWM vehicle, and the fleet number was 1772, and the reg being BX56XCR, and it's a Volvo B7RLA with a right eclipse body Mark 1. Now, this bus was new to Acock's Green Garage in 2007, transferred over to Walsall in 2010, but then got withdrawn in 2021 and then was sold over to Green Bus in 2022. And it did go on loan, I think, to the custom operator, which was having operational difficulties and was working the routes such as the 39 from World's End to Longbridge, and of course the 19 from Rubery to Maypole. But however, this bus is now preserved, and as you can tell, it's in the green colours, and you'll probably be thinking, hey, was this bus also at Dundee? No, it wasn't. It was actually seen when in that colour when Green Bus had it painted into those colours. And 1772 has been on routes like the 311 that used to run from Walsall to Stourbridge, and of course the 29 from Walsall to Blakeney, and it also had the branding for the 37 service around the Birmingham area. And it was branded for the city centre, Tyseley, Acock's Green, Alton and Solihull. And of course it was in the old Travel West Midlands livery. But then it got painted into the red and white NX, and then finally the crimson livery, but by the time it went to Green Bus it was painted into that colour. So it was painted into the green colours. And the Mark 1 B7s were a good classic at Walsall NX Depot alongside the Mark 2s. As you probably know, NXWM only have the Mark 2 B7s now, and the Mark 2 B7s have now appeared at Acock's Green, and also they are seen at Walsall, Wolverhampton and Pensneck depots. So let's carry on with more exciting vehicles. Now, this bus here, 4679, is a Volvo B7TL with a right Gemini body. Now, this bus here was new to Perry Bar in 2004. In 2005, it got transferred over to Acock's Green, AG, where it received branding for the outer circles. But by the time in 2019 it was transferred over to West Bromwich, and all that branding got removed, the vehicle was looking very dowdy, so it was decided to be repainted so it got painted into the West Bromwich Corporation livery. And this bus has made regular appearances on the 5 from West Brom to Sutton Coldfield, the 48A from West Bromwich to Bearwood. It has also appeared on the 45 from West Brom to Walsall, that's now been passed over to Diamond. But however, Diamond were on about dropping that service. And of course it's been on other routes at West Bromwich Bus Depot. Now this bus here, 431, is a right street light WF, and the WF means wheel forward. And this bus was new to Dundee in 2015, transferred over to Birmingham Central in 2019, and it worked all the ex-IGO contracts, because IGO went under in 2019. It then moved over to Perry Bar that same year to work the 54 service from Perry Bar to Hampstead Village, and then in 2020 it was transferred over to Wolverhampton Depot to work the tendered routes around the Wolverhampton area. Now then, 4535 is a Transbus Trident, and the reg being BL53EDF. Now this bus was new to Wolverhampton in 2004 and has been at Wolverhampton since 2004 and is painted into the Wolverhampton Corporation livery. Now, as you probably know, Wolverhampton Corporation was green and yellow, but by the time NXWM came along, all the green disappeared from the streets of Wolverhampton. But following NXWM introducing Heritage Fleet, they selected some of their vehicles to be painted into the old bus company's colours. So they painted this one into the Wolverhampton Corporation livery. And Wolverhampton Depot have a lot of buses, especially with Tridents and all types of double-decked vehicles. So then, who did I bump into at the bus bash in Wolverhampton? So I bumped into 223 and 229 Bilston Rocket Lad. It was good seeing you at the Wolverhampton Depot. So I've took more pictures of the buses, especially the Mark II B7, which is at Pensnett 2102, and of course the Platinum with without the mirrors on. And anyway, let's now do the bus wash ride. So yes, we're now going to crack on with the bus wash ride at the Wolverhampton Depot, and it also took me on a tour of the buses that were parked up at the depot, the ones that were not in use. So let's crack on.
Like the water comes on then. Out the windows.
So then, this is the 698, the bus wash ride at the Wolverhampton Park Lane Depot, and this is for the Black Country bus bash that's happening today. Just waiting for the wash to start. Lights them on.
They're old. They look speakers.
So the brushes are now on.
Why they're like that? In the middle. David, in the middle. You see? It's starting. Why they are working?
I used to be terrified. It's basically screaming like that, isn't it?
There we go. Just that's the wash.
Whoa, that was funny.
Go away now.
Yeah,
Well, look how the bushes come
Look,
down
got
on
that
there.
camera on.
Now can we reverse and do it again?
What do you think of Wolverhampton damage?
The best depot I've been to. The best depot I've been to is BC. Because it shows all its heritage, its original building.
We're doing there now.
Oh, not an MNC. Not broken.
Yes.
Oh, not next to Coventry 4. Oh, not next to Pop. You move that.
Three buses back.
How you see it there.
That's
It's
where
not Birmingham.
Yeah, up there.
It's called.
See, it was years ago. So these out of there.
Look,
No,
that's
they're
what Paul
horrible.
said. 2 buses.
And it might sound like I don't like anything.
Just 2.
One drive.
And a coach.
Full front number.
Oh,
So many bus, I think.
I like a trolley.
a coach.
No, not in Birmingham. Yeah, the goods are-
Transport Solutions, that is. NX Transport. Arse.
I said they dropped.
Most of the time, minibuses that are called Melostratas, Mercedes-Benz Melos. Mela.
Yeah, there's Coventry ones.
Where's the buses there?
Ones away.
I called Julie about the same Winnie and Norman, and she said, "Oh, that's lovely." Julie says, "My nan and granddad used to be a buses. Granddad was a mechanic at Park Lane. Now he's a conductor."
It's a working area, this, isn't it?
She could put it here.
It's a working area.
Yeah.
Not me! Not me! I didn't touch it!
There's a lot more buses here than last year. Last year there was about 6 or 7 buses. I mean, it's still the same now. It's more the area.
No, I didn't.
Very old.
Stinky
Boys
bus.
can go on that up into town.
Yeah, but maybe. Oh, the old.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Rainbow bus.
Drive
We've
bus.
only just been on
My rainbow bus.
Yeah.
Is it going to have another one? Yeah.
Oh, they haven't
Oliver,
got bus in here, so BC
rainbow
haven't got
bus
bus in
is
here.
from the rest.
Do you think they were sort of running a mass? Because they weren't, these nurses weren't, but I think their surgery clinicians or whatever.
It never.
Now then, moving on to the next vehicle, which is 2102, and it's a Volvo B7RLA with a right eclipse urban body, and this bus has the Voith gearbox in, and the reg is BX12DDO, and this bus was new to Acox Green in 2012, and then transferred to Pensnet in 2013, and then in 2018 it was painted into the sandy yellow colours, which represents the West Midlands PTE colours. And this route is seen on various routes at Pensnet, even the recent 11 and the 11A service, which used to be operated by Walsall Depot, and it's also been on the 7 from Dudley to Wollaston Junction, and also it's been on the 6 from Dudley to Stourbridge. So it's been on various routes, even the 126 from Dudley to Birmingham, the 9 from Stourbridge to Birmingham, the X10 from Gornal Wood to Birmingham. So it's been on loads of different routes at Pensnet. It did do the 12s, but however it doesn't do the 12 anymore, because the 12, 12A and the 13 and the 13A are now operated by West Bromwich Depot. So here is some good pictures of 2102. Also note, the 16 from Stourbridge to Wolverhampton was displayed on the blinds, because as you know, Pensnet did one trip on the 16 from Stourbridge to Wolverhampton. So anyway, now let's ride the heritage vehicle going from Wolverhampton bus depot to Wolverhampton city centre. So we're going to go all the way to Wolverhampton bus station along the number 2 route, which used to be known as the 598 back in the day, from Busbury to Wolverhampton city centre. Enjoy.
Okay then guys, here we go. This is the shuttle bus from Parkland Depot, Wolverhampton bus station. I'm hoping sure that
Yeah, others going to put one in, the turn one in.
No, I need to finish at 2 o'clock Thursday. But I need a later start because it's got to be day Wednesday to get running. No, not yet.
Okay then, we're now approaching the city centre of Wolverhampton on the 598, which is the shuttle service from the Park Lane depot to Wolverhampton bus station, and this bus is going to head back to the Park Lane depot. So here we go. We're now on our way into the city centre of Wolverhampton. And so we're now approaching the city centre, so we will come via the University of Wolverhampton, and then we will head into Wolverhampton bus station. So we're on our way to Wolverhampton bus station on the service, so please make sure that you like and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Like and subscribe. So here we go. Coming into view now is the University of Wolverhampton. So that's Wolverhampton University. And so here we are in the city centre.
cars every day.
Oh, do I see it all every day?
I do, yeah. An old-type bus heading into a modern transport hall.
Well, yeah.
I bet everyone's going to be surprised. What's this? Gone back in time? Yeah.
A little bit more modern than it used to be.
Yeah, used to be manned by Virgin and now it's manned by West Midlands Railway. Yeah.
Also at the depot, most of us enthusiasts even got to look inside the depot itself, so you can see the vehicles parked up inside the depot, as of course that was used as an access point for the washrooms. So that was the way that was accessed towards the washroom, so you can see inside the depot, and you could see the Nourished Enviro 400 and the Death Star livery Volvo B7RLA. And of course there's the Scania Omnilink 1834. So I've also bumped into my fellow YouTubers, Black Country Traveller and Wensfield Traveller. So it was nice seeing you all at the Wolverhampton Depot Open Day, well, the bus bash. So that's the end of the video. Hope you enjoyed the video. And please be sure to like and subscribe to this YouTube channel, which is of course Joe's Bus Train Plane Lift Adventures. Until then, bye for now. See you all soon.